Welcome back to Phasmophobia. Let's do this. So, last time, which should be yesterday for you guys, we did Tanglewood and Edgefield on Professional. So next up, we're going to do Ridge View, and if things go well there, we're going to head on over to the Grafton Farmhouse. I still have my daily tasks completed from the last time. Weekly task, correctly find the ghost type. I don't think I'm going to do that 15 or 10 more times within this week. That's a lot of money to try to earn from contracts to only get 500 bucks. Take 3-star ghost photos. It might be possible. And complete challenge mode in Brownstone High School, which is, I think currently, I need to go with a single player to see that, I believe. There's challenge. Tag, which basically means as soon as you enter the building, the ghost will immediately start to hunt, and you still got to guess the ghost type and get out of there. We might do that if I run through all of the rest of the... Let me set that up right. If we get through all these maps like I'm already planning to, I might try to do the challenge. We'll see how that goes. Things go really well. So what would that be? I did 2 yesterday, 2 today. That's Tuesday now. 1, 2 will be Wednesday. 1, 2 will be Thursday. So yeah, if that ends up working out like that, then Friday we'll do the challenge. Let's not get our hopes up too much quite yet, though. Let's get over here and add stuff in. I think that added way more than I wanted to. There we go. Does this one only add 1 of everything? Add 1, add 1. That's right, I gotta keep an eye over here of what it's actually doing. I already have a flashlight, so I don't need to add that. Parabolic, photo cam, salt. I could do more salt to get better photos, but I don't really care to. I don't care about the tripod or the sanity medication. If I add that stuff in there, come on over here. 1 of everything except for sanity meds and tripod. I don't know. Oh, that's what I say. I don't know why my back hurts, but I think it's from Sunday. Alrighty. Let's get in here. Go ahead, pop that open. I don't exactly have a grace period in this. Gonna grab this. This one is the hold T to flashlight, basically. No cursed possession, I don't think. Evidence of the paranormal with an EMF. Average sanity below 25. Probably gonna try to avoid that one. Detect the ghost presence with a motion sensor. We will use EMF and thermometer to find the location. What else do I want to do? I think I'm going to take... I'll do the motion sensor. There's that. There's that. Hold T to flashlight. There we go. I believe the breaker starts off unprofessional. At least it has to pass several times. Yeah. Let's go. I think the ghost is in here, and I think it's a mare. There's a level 4. I guess I'm gonna go grab more equipment. I mean, it turns the light off immediately as I walk in, and an airball immediately. My sanity's probably already down. Oh no, my sanity's not hurt that bad. We'll grab this. I'm only speculating it's a mare, but what does a mare require for evidence? Need writing. Spirit box and orbs. So that and that. I should actually be able to check for orbs outside of the room if that is it. There's a motion sensor. Oh, look. There's an orb. Okay. How hard can I cheese this ghost? I'm gonna grab a photo cam and salt. Salt, photo cam. I guess technically we need spirit box, but I might not even end up doing that. Gonna toss that right over there for now. I'm gonna grab a smudge stick. I feel like this ghost is really ticked at me. And unfortunately I don't have power on, so I can't turn the light on to just simply prevent it from hunting. But that's the way I can that's the way I can prevent it from hunting. I'll grab that, and that. Can hardly tell this headlight is on, but it is helpful when you're into pitch black. It's not helpful when it takes forever for holding T to take effect and you're in the middle of a hunt. There's that. Let's go hope that this breaker is in the garage, please. It has been in the basement every single time for me so far, and it is again. Because why not? Get all the goodies turned on. Hasn't stepped in my salt yet. Hasn't written in my book yet. It's cold but not freezing. There we go. There's a couple good pictures there. So yep, we do got ghost writing. We have orbs. I'm 99% certain it's a mare. Should be able to find out by doing that. Turn off my headlight. Both of these. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Stepped in my salt, but didn't give me spirit box. That's not good. Turn the light off again. Let me grab these. Don't really need that anymore. It is acting like a mare. What can't it be? Can't be EMF, can't be ultraviolet. I gotta go grab dots. Apparently it could be Thay, just very... Oh, wait. Yeah, I've been talking this whole time, and it's been active every time I've been in there and talking, so it could be Thay. No, that's yokai I'm thinking of, and I'm just an idiot. What is Thay? They active around the dead, or the living? They have been known to be rapidly age over time, even in the afterlife. From what we've learned, they seem to deteriorate faster while within the presence of the living. Upon entering the location, they will become active, defensive, and agile. So, very likely Thay. There's this. I already had the video cam in there. What was the other evidence? It could be freezing, which it's going to probably take forever for me to find that out. Really does not like the lights. Really does not like the lights to be on. Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? It's very much not spirit box. And if it is spirit box, then this ghost sucks for not giving me spirit box. Oh, that was my breath. I thought that was another ball. Put that there for that. I have this. I mean, it's either that or it's a revenant. That's bad for me, but I have a crucifix down unless it decides to hunt from another room. However, I did already use the smudge stick. That is not good. It's not trying to get down to freezing. I can turn that off. It's not going to be EMF 5. Now it's playing with doors over there. Is it warmer in here? It's still in the living room. It's moving a bit, but it's still in here. Or dining room, rather. I mean, I guess I could try for a bit more spirit box. Are you here? How old are you? Where are you? Are you close? Are you here? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? How old are you? Where are you? Okay, it's not giving me spirit box. It's not getting close enough to make me suspect freezing. Just gotta wait for dots, I feel like, which kind of sucks. Starting to wonder if maybe the dots aren't in the best of space. Also starting to wonder... Is it still in here? Yeah, it's like immediately shooting up, so it's still in here. To look around a little bit for the bone. Might as well. I kind of need to pay a little bit of attention for dots, but... See, I think there's a better space for these. Can I put that right there? I can. Neat. I figured if the bone is going to be anywhere, it's going to be right about in here. Could be a mimic. It was very active. Now it's not, and it's definitely still in this room. Although I need more evidence for that. What is it? A mimic will give you 5 bits of evidence. Oh, tarot cards. Am I dumb enough to use those? We shall see. Still in here, getting closer to freezing. It could be Revenant. I've got water in my ear. Ah, that was itching. Got water in my other ear. Well, toss that down. I should have picked that up first. Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Okay, so it's either Emeritus is not giving me Spirit Box. It's a Mimic who pretended to be a mare. Right now I think I'm leaning towards Revenant because there's no dots, and freezing just takes forever to get there. I think it requires it to be more on top of the ghost too, or the ghost is required to be more active. I only had the one smudge stick, so it's not a good idea to try to use the tarot cards to do anything. Might not prevent me from using the tarot cards to do something. I did set this to professional, right? I mean, I'm fairly certain. I didn't like leave it on nightmare. I don't think I have a way of checking that in here. I don't think this tells you when you're in it. Still got 4 more photos I could go for. Pause menu, no. Well, there's that. I'll turn these lights off. Go out, check my sanity. It has been very unactive for a decent portion of that. There's the ghost orb still in that room. There's dots in a peculiar motion. So I have dots, so it should be Thay. It's unfortunate it took forever to just give me dots. I need 4 more pictures. I could get the ghost photo. What is my objectives? Overview. Probably not going to do the sanity one. If it tries to hunt, I can get 2 more pictures, and then I can hopefully get a dots photo or the ghost photo. It's definitely very mare-like. Oh, it was super active when I came in. I've been in the ghost room the entire time. Now it's less active. Okay, yeah. Thay. Kind of just waiting for the dots. Don't you dare tell me you moved rooms. Definitely wanders away from the ghost room a lot. I've only got the tier 2 crucifix, so if I pull a death card and it tries to hunt, it will. There's my ghost photo. Should we just leave that as it? Yeah, let's get into the next one. I think it's one of the farmhouses. Let's make sure that photo was good. Yeah, it's a good photo. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to try to force it to hunt, but if it wanders and then hunts outside of the range of that crucifix, I'm done for. Can we see the orb? I don't think you need night vision to see the orb. I do think it left that room. I think we're gonna call it today. Good photos, most of the objectives. Didn't find a bone, didn't look very hard either. I think it's a good call leaving, because if it did just leave that room, then that would validate what I said about it wandering outside of the hey, it's a they. Wandering outside of the range of that crucifix in its nest, hunting to kill me. Okay, good, I did have it set to professional. I was curious. And I should be able to just click over to here from now on to add all that back in. Yes, I can. I just gotta remember to do that. Alright, that was Ridgeview complete. So up next is Grafton Farmhouse. Yeah. Ready up, let's do this. What do we got?
There have been new reports of a cursed object nearby. This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here.
Probably.
You may be able to use it to your advantage.
Yeah, I might be able to get myself killed with it more likely. EMF parabolic motion sensor. I'll be taking the EMF and the thermometer in there to begin with. Thermometer at the ready. Breaker's probably going to be off still. We'll try motion sensor. Find a ghost room, place that down, drop all my equipment. Oh, it did turn on. Jesus. Breaker right here. Nah, that would be way too easy. Thinking this one, it could be there, over here, or in the attic. It's here. Be real funny if it was another starting room ghost. Should try to keep an eye out for the bone while I'm doing this. It's hard to look for that, and I'm pretty much staring at the thermometer most of the time. Definitely sounded like it was upstairs. That's supposed to be a hiding space. I don't care about that light. I think it's upstairs for sure. That was me. Up here on the landing. Interesting. Turn off the breaker, not a gin. Alright. I also need to get the parabolic up there. We need to get some evidence items. I'll take these guys and crucifix for now, however. that was the motion sensor. Nice. If it does anything up there, it'll give me my EMF. Let's see, it tripped the breaker. I think that the Raiju can trip the breaker pretty easily. Grab that and that and that. Need to get that video cam up there as soon as possible as well. Gonna wait to turn the breaker back on in case it is a Raiju. I don't need to be worried about that. Did walk in front of this, which is good enough for me to put my salt there. Just touched that, and that looks like a normal fingerprint. So right now we definitely have UV. Go ahead and toss my camera right there. Jesus, I thought that fan was the outline of something. Well, the ultraviolet discredits Raiju. What in here likes the breaker off? Nothing. Could be the mimic. And we need the parabolic up there. That's going to be my salt photo. There's an orb. We'll toss that for now. We'll grab my salt photos. Technically, I could hide over here if I have to. Keep an eye out for dots as well as writing. Meantime, while I have that going, I'll put orbs. I could live with those ghosts. It just threw the writing book. Freezing temps. We got that is a Hantu, right? Yes, it is. Hasn't used a crucifix even once. Could go turn on the light, but I don't really care that much about it. Not sure how vocal the Hantu is, or I guess in this case isn't. I should have my photo cam in my hand in case it does a that. Oh, please tell me that's a decent photo. Interaction. There's the ghost photo. Anything? I'd go for it. No, not even a whisper. Throwing stuff around. You know, I get that a lot with ghost events. Rather than taking a ghost photo, it'll take an interaction. Even though it audibly and rather clearly sometimes didn't even touch anything. I should turn that off in case it hunts from with outside the range. There we go. And there's that. So, I mean, that's all the objectives. We have all the evidence. I could wait around again and try to get at the hunt. I might be able to take a picture if it throws some more stuff around, but that's basically that. Alright, killed that. It'd be great if it just tried to use the crucifix, give me 2 good photos. I'll take that. And that'll be good enough. What'd that count for? Good interaction photo. Nice. Cool. That was a quick Hantu. I think pretty quickly I'll be doing this stuff on professional because, or not professional, on nightmare, because this is easy. If it, on nightmare, will be having one less evidence that it'll give you. If it just throws the book, you cannot discredit the book. You can't just go in here and say, oh, it's not ghostwriting. You can't just turn that off because you don't know what evidence it's leaving out. Obake, I think, will always have fingerprints. Gorio will always have dots. And if you get 3 evidence, then it's a mimic, because it's the only ghost that will have 3 evidence. Gotta love those ghost orbs. But yeah. So it's like, on Nightmare, you can't easily just discredit evidence. You can't throw stuff away. You have to go through, you have to use a bit of knowledge of knowing the ghosts. And I don't know all the ghosts. I'm not familiar with a lot of them. Nail a Hantu pretty easily, apparently, but that's about it. I think if I look at the journal, Spirit is pretty easy, kind of. Average speed, average blink, and if you smudge it between hunts, it'll take it more than 3 minutes to hunt. It cannot hunt within 3 minutes of a smudge. So if it does so, you know it's not a spirit, which is kind of crappy, because if it's just a really patient spirit, then it'll take like 4 or 5 minutes and you won't really be able to do it, and you have to go back and use another smudge. And it's also not confirming it's a spirit, because it could just be another patient ghost, like a banshee, but just being excessively patient. It might take 3 or 5 minutes to hunt just because it wants to, or you haven't angered it enough for it to hunt again. Even after you smudge, so you can't use that to say it is a spirit. You can use it to lean you towards it. Wraith won't step in salt. That's pretty straightforward. If you have a motion sensor above a pile of salt and the motion sensor goes off and the salt doesn't get disturbed, that is a positive. You do know it's a wraith or a mimic. I mean, that's kind of with everything. It's either this or it's a mimic. Phantom, Phantom kind of sucks. Phantom, Oni, and Hantu. If you're going like basically no evidence, Phantom will be almost invisible the entire time. It'll be blinking into existence maybe once a second. Oni will be visible the entire time. It'll be blinking out of existence about once a second, kind of the inverse more or less. Hantu, if the breaker is off or broken, it will have breathing breath with the ghost animation. So I think you can even see that in a ghost event, so you don't have to force a hunt to see a Hantu. Revenant. If you know the speed of a Diogen when you're hiding, that's the speed of a Revenant when it sees you, more or less. Maybe it's a little bit slower than that, because that is an amazing speed. But that's kind of the way, which is another really terrible one, because you have to get it to hunt, and you have to give it line of sight on you. Aside from that, it is excessively slow, about as slow as the Diogen when it does see you. And as I kind of just described with the Diogen, if it doesn't see you, it's excessively fast, and when it does see you, it's excessively slow. Gorio will stay in the ghost room the entire time. It might wander around a little bit, but it won't change the ghost room. And their dots can only be seen on a camera. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish. Poltergeist obviously throws stuff around a lot, and their ability, they threw like everything around them. It's kind of rare for them to use it though, but something you can take note of is how hard they are throwing. The poltergeist only needs to throw one object for you to tell it's a poltergeist. Because some stuff will get, like, tossed. Like, This thing will chuck it. Like, it'll throw with force. Shade will not be able to hunt if you are in the same room as it. So if you're in the room and the crucifix goes off, it's not a shade. What is it? You gotta be careful with that one, because if you're doing something that you have to go set the high wandering, and you take off a shade, I don't think it's programmed, but it feels like the ghost will just switch a ghost room just so it can hunt. Which is how you kind of tell. It's like if you you're in the room, the crucifix goes off, it goes off, it goes off, then all of a sudden the ghost hunts from another room. It's very likely a shade, or if you all leave the room and it suddenly hunts. Mare, they cannot hunt with the lights on, I believe. So if you turn the light off and suddenly a hunt starts, it could likely be a mare. Anytime a ghost does something in a room, it usually turns off all the lights anyway, so it is a little bit more difficult to tell. One of the mare's things is they will turn off a light as soon as you turn it on. That's why the first ghost in this video I thought was a mare, because as soon as I flicked it on, that Thay shut it straight off. Demon can hunt excessively early. I don't think it really matters what your sanity is. So, I mean, if you think you might be dealing with a demon, you don't really have much options, because you're probably not taking a crucifix, just much taking a lighter end the very first time you go in. I haven't. So you could get hunted by a demon and they could just spawn right on top of you if you're in the ghost room. It is a bit more rare for them to use their ability to do that. That's why there's an achievement out there for that, getting killed within a minute of starting a game. But they can do it. It's kind of a crappy way to tell if it's a demon. They will like to hunt more frequently, however. What else do I know? Banshee, they like to do their Banshee Scream. They will also target a player, and they will even move ghost rooms. I think they'll move ghost rooms to where that player is in order to be able to interact with them and hunt them quicker. So if one of your team members is being targeted, and it'll be kind of obvious, like it'll hunt and go to that room, and then it'll hunt again, and the ghost will pretty much exclusively chase that player if they have the ability. I think if they have line of sight on somebody else before they have line of sight on that player, they might target that first player. But they'll pretty much chase the one that they have their lock on. Hunting Ryokai. I don't believe they can sense electrical equipment. So if you forget to turn your light off and it's hunting and it's just not beelining it straight for you, it's likely a yokai. They can hear voices when you are close to it, and voices will anger it in the room. So if you start trying to do spirit box and then it starts getting really active and goes to vents and maybe burns up a crucifix, that's definite yokai. Not definite, but very, very, very likely. Myelin you can't hear from further away. I think it is their footsteps and their song. You can't tell as easily. So like if a demon starts hunting you from like 20 meters away or a couple rooms away, you can hear it immediately with the footsteps and its song, whatever it chooses, or breathing. Myelin, if it starts doing that, you might not hear it till it's about one room away. I haven't dealt enough with them to be that experienced with it, but from what I have seen, that seems to be pretty accurate. On Rio, a candle acts like a crucifix, so basically if you have candles out for whatever reason, probably to complete an objective where you suspect it's a non-Rio, and it keeps putting out a candle and not burning up a crucifix, then you know, and you're like immediately relighting the candle and it's not using a crucifix anytime. And then suddenly it burns up the candle and then immediately uses a crucifix, that's likely an on-Rio. The twins, that's an interesting one. I think I had that in my first video, which was amazing. The twins will usually do things in unison. So like if one twin throws something, the other twin will throw it. So you'll have like almost like two throwing interactions, or two interactions in general, within less than a second of each other. You can almost confuse it for the poltergeist by how active they appear, but it's just more likely because there's two ghosts. One of the ghosts is usually faster than the other. Sometimes that speed is not easy to detect, sometimes it's really obvious. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Basically, if the ghost changes up its speed, it might immediately think mimic, but it could easily be the twins. Also, on the chart in the van, as long as it's not broken, you'll normally see like a slope, a plateau, and then a slope. With the twins, it's really obvious, because there'll be a slope and there'll be another slope and then it plateaus and then two slopes on the way down. There's no other ghost that has two slopes in one. Every ghost, like even if it's a really active ghost, it'll be slope, plateau, slope, plateau, slope, plateau. This will be slope, slope, either more aggressive or more steep or more relaxed, and then it'll plateau, and then you'll see those exact same slopes on the way back down. That's an easy one to spot for twins, but again, that's only if you have the monitor enabled. The Mimic, he'll have 4 evidence on pretty much any map or any difficulty. On Nightmare, you'll have 3 evidence. On 0 evidence, you'll have ghost orbs. That's pretty much it. Which is kind of funny, because if you click ghost orb, mimic goes away. So if you have ghost orb and then 3 other evidence, obvious mimic. Or if you have 3 evidence and then you notice ghost orb, obvious mimic. Or if you have 2 evidence that don't work with ghost orb, so let's say, I don't know what doesn't work with ghost orb. Yeah, so if you have something like this, freezing temps, EMF 5, and ghost orb, you're like, wait, there's no ghosts here. How am I having all these? You might go and try to get another EMF 5, or you might try to verify freezing temps. But if you verify those and come back, it's the mimic. Actually, specifically, that mimic could be, if you disable that, it could be mimicking a Jinn, Shade, Oni, or the twins. It's kind of handy to use this journal to kind of locate those guys, because it'll be difficult to keep track of what ghost it is mimicking, and then it can mimic something else that isn't in that subset, and then you're like, well, wait, what happened to my freezing temps, or what happened to my EMF 5? And this will really throw you for a loop. But if you have those 3, it's like, okay, yeah, this is a mimic. Which ones have I left out so far? Raiju. When they are hunting, and pretty much only then, they are more energetic, and I'm talking borderline revenant speeds when they're around powered on equipment. So this, I can pop out of here. This is going to be everything. I think I need to go here. Nope. Select over here. You see where this says electronic? Anything that says electronic and just powered on will give energy to a Raiju. The more equipment, the more power. Go over here. Obviously, not electric. Won't give him power. Come over here to the motion sensor. Electric. If it's on the wall, it'll give him power. I think the same goes for... Where's it at? Dots. Yep, electric. It's on the wall or placed. It'll give him power. The pin's kind of a one to be careful with, because you could leave that on and forget it, and whoops. This head cam, electric, or head cam, the headlight, and even when you get the night vision goggles, it's all electric. So make sure you turn that off when you're being hunted, because if you're holding an EMF, you have the head cam turned on, and you have a flashlight, and I don't know, what's another one? Having a video cam, let's say you were looking for orbs, and all that equipment is on and in your inventory or on your person, and you're being hunted by a Raiju. If it gets close enough, it'll get a massive speed boost, and I'm not even sure if you heard me snap my fingers, but it'll kill you just like that. You won't have much of an opportunity to run away. Moroi. This is where I start not knowing. Moroi and Yurei, I don't have enough experience. Yurei, I know one of the characteristics about it is it is the only ghost that can touch the entry door to wherever you're at. And if you're at, say, if you're at, say, Camp Woodwind, and it touches the gate, it will make a Tanglewood door sound rather than the gate sound. And it'll touch the gate. That's kind of like, oh, that's definitely a Yurei. Deogen, we've already ordered. Moroi, I really don't know. I'm not experienced with them enough. I've bought a couple of them in this game, but I've not had enough experience to know what a Moroi is. Usually it is fast, but like all the time realistically. It doesn't have like a slow and then speeds up. It's kind of just always fast, and then it kills me very quickly. It's probably the one ghost I've died to the most. Thay, the one we just had, or not just had, the one before. Where did we have to Thay? I don't remember. I didn't know we had a Thay in this game. The Thay. Oh, that was at. How do we get out of here? There we go. We had the Thay at Ridgeview. Yeah, they were really active to begin with, like excessively active, to the point I thought it was a mare turning a light off every time I turned it on. And then they really slowed down, because we were in the ghost room the entire time. We were basically on top of the ghost the entire time. It was so bad the ghost was wandering away from us just so it could try to recuperate some power, but it never left the ghost room. So we were easily able to just keep it tame, more or less. Is that it? Obake. What is Obake? Obake, when it's hunting, It will change. I think it's only when it's hunting. It might be during ghost events as well. It'll briefly, and I mean like you will, for like one flash, you will see a different ghost image where the obake is. So let's say it is the crawling child thing with like no face, that's just a hole with teeth. Let's say it's that, it's like hunting and coming straight towards you, and then it turns into the really fat guy with the butcher knife, and then it turns back into the little child. You know it's an obake. You might also die right after that, but you're gonna know it's an obake. Also, they have the weird fingerprints, right? Yeah, they're the ones. They are basically a shape-shifting ghost. They will have that fingerprint, not all the time, but it'll have 6 fingers instead of 5. Something to try to keep an eye out for if you can. And yeah, that is my knowledge so far. Some of it might not be accurate, some of it might be very accurate. I know I'm more confident with some rather than, clearly others. Actually, I should be able to go into here and statistics. Doesn't just tell you ghost most died to. Ghost misidentified 73. Oof. I mean, at least my KD ratio, or not KD, but my identified to misidentified ratio is above 1, but damn. Objectives. Oh yeah, I haven't actually used a cursed position. I've done so in multiplayer, or does that not count for this? Somehow I've triggered a cursed hunt despite not using a cursed position. Most deaths to the demon, apparently. Well, Moroi will take that space sooner rather than later. So yeah. That is my knowledge. Hopefully from here I'll be growing and we'll see where we go. Today we did Ridgeview and Grafton. Tomorrow we will do Willow Street and Bleasdale. So, I hope to see you guys there. Thank you for coming along for the ride today. You guys have a good one. Peace.